Hey, Andy here from buildahottub.com. In this video, we're going to catch up with Kyle and his cold plunge that's also a hot tub. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so this is another one of my favourite type of video where I'm showing you exactly how a customer of mine, Kyle, has gone from concept right through to finished product. And if you hang on till the end of the video, you'll see just how good the build that Kyle has put together is. So Kyle got in touch because he wanted to have, as part of his extension, he was kind of creating, I'll call it a wellness center, and you'll see why later on in the video, but he's adding this to his property and he wanted to add a cold plunge, but he also wanted the ability for that cold plunge to become a hot tub if he wanted to switch it over and use it in that way. So he hired me to do a custom design for him, and the concept, and you can see the concept here behind me, this is what he wanted to actually build. And as we progress through this video, you'll see just how good the concept versus the reality actually is. Now, before we move any further, always a great opportunity for me to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts, and pretty much everything in between. So as well as the design, I supplied Kyle all of the parts that he needed as well. And the first thing that he was doing was digging the hole, and then he needed to form up the hole so that he could put the plumbing in. And this was done right at the start, and for a build, and when you see the end result, you'll see what I mean by it looks a little bit strange, but obviously it's done in the perfect order. But it's just mind-blowing how good it actually looks at the end compared to to the images that you're seeing behind me now. So he formed up the walls because it was going to be a concrete poured cold plunge, and in order to do that you need to put the plumbing into the walls as well. So as you can see behind me on those images, that's exactly what Kyle and the guys did. So with the plumbing in place, the first thing that they actually poured was the walls of the tub. And you can see that behind me. Again, it just kind of looks quite strange that it's just out there amongst all of the dirt and it's just the walls of that cold plunge. However, very quickly, as soon as that had cured, they progressed on to pouring the rest, and now it kind of looks a bit more like the ground level of a home, which is exactly what this is. So with all the concrete poured, it was then on to starting to put this building together, and you can see some of the images behind me here of the wooden walls that are going in and the framing that's taking place, and the building went up reasonably quickly, Kyle tells me. As soon as the building was watertight, it was then on to the control room, and you can see a picture of the control room behind me. So those with eagle eyes will spot that there is a spa pack in there. So the spa pack's going to do the electrical heating, and then there's a big chiller in there to actually chill down the cold plunge for Kyle, because next to the cold plunge he's also got a sauna in there and he's got a steam room. So it's quite the setup that he has in his backyard. But being able to switch that cold plunge over to being a hot tub, obviously it's not going to heat up in like 20 minutes or so on electric. You are looking at quite a number of hours to go from cold to a hot tub, more like a couple of days on electric, but you will get there, and it will get up to the 102s, 104s that you would expect for a hot tub. With the control room done, the attention was turned to the tiling on the interior of the hot tub, and you can see an image of that behind me on this video. So before I show you the end result and how good it actually looks, let's talk a little bit about the specs. So Kyle has a cold plunge, but instead of just being a regular cold plunge, he wanted a cold plunge with massage jets, and he also wanted the ability to take that from being a cold plunge to actually a hot tub as well. So I've designed all of those features into the plumbing so we can switch that over and move between a hot tub and a cold plunge and have massage jets on both of those. It's slightly deeper than normal because he wants to be able to stand in there. So with a hot tub, you sit and relax, but you don't really do that with a cold plunge. So they tell me I'm not a cold plunge guy. I'm very much a hot tub guy. I like it nice and hot rather than freezing cold. But Kyle was explaining to me that he wanted to be able to stand in the cold water and have a cold water massage. So that's exactly what we've done with the design. So what does the end result look like? Well, take a look at this. How good does that wellness centre that he's built in his backyard actually look? So you've got the cold plunge cum hot tub in there, you've got a steam room, you've got a sauna in there as well, there's an area to sit, you've got a nice view of the back garden. I'd never leave the home. It's absolutely beautiful. Kyle, you've done a fantastic job. Thanks ever so much for all the pictures that you've sent through. If I can help you with your cold plunge or hot tub, please do get in touch. Always happy to hear from you. Either hit me up in the comments or get in touch via buildahottub.com. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.